Are textbooks cheaper online? Here we compare the price of textbooks at UCLA's bookstore with prices at Amazon.com. Now, 73 UCLA courses were randomly sampled in spring 2010, representing less than 10% of all UCLA courses. And you can see a portion of the data below, where you have the department, the course, UCLA's bookstore price, Amazon's price for that same textbook, and then the difference, where in this case it's negative would mean Amazon is more expensive, a positive number would mean UCLA is more expensive. Looking at it, it's hard to tell if there's a real difference between those two stores so far, and separate graphs for UCLA and Amazon don't show much either. It seems unclear at surface if there is a price difference. You can see in terms of the box plots, the median is about the same. Maybe UCLA is slightly larger, slightly longer tail, but it's not clear if the averages are truly larger within the realm of random, outside the realm of random chance. Each textbook has two corresponding prices, one for UCLA and one for Amazon. Therefore, each textbook from the UCLA bookstore has a natural correspondence with the textbook price from Amazon. When two sets of observations have this special correspondence, they are said to be paired. Each observation in one set has a special correspondence or connection with exactly one observation in the other data set. So, other examples of paired data: surveys of husbands and wives, experiments on twins, before-after studies. Anywhere where you have anything from one data set has a natural correspondence, so it can be connected to a data point in another data set. To analyze paired data, we don't really care so much about the individual prices, the individual values of the group. What we are interested in is the differences between those two variables. So even though we have UCLA's prices and Amazon's prices, what's really important to us are the differences between them. So that last column. So here the differences are taken to be UCLA minus Amazon for each book. It really doesn't matter the order. If you want to do Amazon minus UCLA or UCLA minus Amazon, you'll get the same conclusion at the end. What is important is you do the same order every time. So you're always subtracting in a consistent order. So in this case, here Amazon prices are always being subtracted from UCLA. If you'd rather have done it reversed, that's perfectly fine. Again, it won't change the final conclusions. What is important is that these are consistent. Okay. Now, while the individual graphs, it wasn't quite clear if there was a difference as looking at the individual graphs. When you look at the differences, there is a definite trend going on here. And right there is 0. You see that everything to the left of it would be where you have the negative numbers. That would be where Amazon's more expensive. And you can see Amazon's more expensive about 10 of the courses, up to -10, so up to $10 more expensive. On the other hand, to the right here, all these positive numbers, these are where UCLA is more expensive. And it seems clear that the average, if you try to pinpoint the average of this graph, there's no way the average could be in the negative side. If you think of the average as the balancing point of a histogram, right there is not the right place. It seems clear the average would have to be maybe closer around here or around 20. But it does seem like it's clear that the average has to be in the positive area where UCLA is more expensive. Anyway, to analyze paired data, we use the same tools that we developed earlier, only now we apply them to the differences of paired data. So, below are the summary of statistics for the price differences. There are 73 books, so there are 73 differences. And you can see there's the mean and the standard deviation. When the conditions are met, we're ready to test whether the mean of paired differences is significantly different from 0. So we test hypotheses that the mean is equal to 0 or the mean of the differences is not equal to 0. And while it could be some other value, for our class, the null value for any paired test will be 0.